first fight on the card. Last fight, first fight. Everyone look at it. It is the one that kicks off what we are calling an absolute barn burner of a card for this month, this year. This is quality. Michael Chiesa versus Kevin Holland. Now it's going to be in the red corner 18-6-0, and in the blue corner 24-9-0. One no contest as well. Biggest advantages is going to be for Kevin Holland. We're looking at a reach. He's got a quite an impressive, actually, 5.5. Is that what we're looking at there? 6.5. Like reach advantage. Wow. Like it's something. It is something. And so it's probably going to be a sort of standing at range option for Kevin Holland, especially when you're looking at how dangerous Michael Chiesa's wrestling is. You know, it's going to be that kind of wrestler versus striker in this one, I believe. And that's how Kevin's going to want to get it done, standing up. And I think Michael Chiesa would want to get it down. So,
yeah, that is very true.
Question for you, Ash, is who is this a good fight for? Is this a good fight for Kevin, or is it a good fight for Michael?
This is the thing as well, because the one thing I want to sort of get into when we get the gauges up is the grappling, but I won't dive into it too much. But Kevin Holland obviously wants to keep it standing, like you said, and Michael Chiesa wants to take it to the mat. And I think if Chiesa can take it to the mat and keep a hold of Kevin Holland, it's going to be a long night for Kevin Holland. Even though Kevin Holland does have that black belt in jiu-jitsu, I still think when it comes to advancing position and getting his way around the fighter, Chiesa is just relentless, and he's very long on the mat as well. I know Kevin Holland's obviously got the reach advantage. He's very tall. Yeah, I just think he's so good at trying to wrap you up and trying to work for that submission. But again, Kevin Holland does have good jiu-jitsu in himself.
Yeah, this is very true. And I think when you're looking at jiu-jitsu here, you're comparing that with wrestling. And the wrestling of Chiesa is what's going to be nullifying for Holland. And he's going to want to do it. He's going to want to tie up those weapons, because if Holland gets free range and his weapon's free with those hands, you better believe that Chiesa is going to get picked off. So how do you get closer on a tall, targeted guy like that? And how do you sort of tie up those weapons is going to be a big problem that Michael has to sort of think about.
Yes,
I would say it's a good fight for. The thing with Holland is like he's good against strikers too. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think it's a bad fight for Holland, in my opinion.
Yes, because obviously he's moved down to welterweight because he was getting bullied by the wrestlers at middleweight, because everyone found him out. Everyone just took him down, and either got the TKO or submitted him. And I know Kevin Holland, which is fair play to him, he's got a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, but when it comes to the wrestling factor, like we were saying, Chiesa is the best at doing it. Once he gets a hold of you, that's it. And I think if he gets a hold of Kevin Holland, I think it could be a long night for Kevin Holland.
Yeah. And look at the odds in this one as well. -145 for Kevin Holland and +125 for Michael Chiesa. Now, do you think that's retrospective of what can happen here? Do you think that Kevin Holland is the favorite? Because I guess if Chiesa gets a takedown, those stats are going to switch like it's a light on the wall. So you know what I mean? I think it should be a little bit more even than that, because it can go standing, Holland's fight, on the ground, Chiesa's fight. And to tell you the honest truth, we've seen how Holland has struggled against wrestlers, like you mentioned in the past. Yeah, I think it's crazy to be so confident, bold as to say the odds are. I mean, they're not drastic, but are sitting this way. I think it should be a little bit more even.
I do think that Kevin Holland may stuff 1 or 2 takedowns, just because obviously he's down there at welterweight now, not middleweight.
Yeah.
But I just think there's only a certain amount of takedowns someone can defend before actually getting taken down. And Chiesa's relentless with it, and I think he will get him down. But we've all seen Chiesa's not got the best stand-up. And I think we go back to the Neil Magny fight. Yeah. Neil Magny was piecing Chiesa up on the feet.
Yeah.
Or was it the other way around? It wasn't the other way around, was it? No, it was...
That Neil Magny Chiesa fight actually really frustrated me. Because where Neil Magny should have been fighting at range, he started getting really close to Chiesa. And I was like...
that's it. Yeah, so it was Neil Magny that was hurting. Yeah, it was Neil Magny, the one that was hurting Chiesa, because we wanted him to keep it standing. And he was grappling when he shouldn't have grappled, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, and I was like, what are you doing? I was, my God, all over that. Yeah. But yeah, look, I just flicked up some of the numbers, and I think it's very representative of what we've been saying. Yeah. Ground, Chiesa. Stand and bang, Holland.
Yes.
So there might not be much more color we can put on that. But if we've got the gauges up to really look at where the advantage is going to lie between all of them, we can confidently say striking is Holland. Grappling, we can confidently put down for Chiesa. But then we've got things like power. And for Holland, is it still there? For Chiesa, let's have a look at all the wins by...
When was the last... We've got to take into consideration as well, mate, that when was the last time Chiesa was in there? 2021. He lost to Sean Brady.
I don't think he's knocked anyone out, Chiesa, before.
No, I don't think he has got. I think he's just got like 16 submissions or 12. He's just got 11 submissions, no KOs.
Yeah, well, then that means power does lie with Kevin Holland. But we do have to sort of bear in mind that you can be physically strong. You can be physically strong also.
This is the thing. He has got some decent wins on his resume. So obviously he's beaten the former lightweight champion in Rafael dos Santos. He's beaten Benil Dariush, beaten Jim Miller. He has got some good wins. He's obviously coming off 2 losses now. Sean Brady again. That was just. I think that in that fight, Chiesa should have kept it standing because he was hurting Brady on the feet because Brady was just so tired, and Chiesa was really hurting Brady on the feet.
Yeah.
But yeah. Right, you get the gauges up. I'll get to a couple of comments. Breezy says, Chiesa takes him down and smokes him. As long as we can hear Kevin Holland, I'm happy.
Yeah, I think you should mic up and turn the boom up.
Yeah, definitely. 100%, mate. In MMA, he's the one black belt I don't see as a black belt at all. Absolutely cheeks on the ground. Yeah, and this is what I'm saying. This is exactly why I had to mention it because it's there. He's in black and white on paper that he does have a black belt.
Does he use it?
Use it, if you know what I mean. Like, it's crazy to think that he has a black belt, but then obviously I know he was a weight class that probably there was bigger fighters that obviously could take him down and stuff.
Yeah.
But there was just no submission attempts when he's on the mat. It was just once he was on the mat, that's it.
Also, bear in mind, of course, that don't get mistaken by wrestling and Brazilian and jiu-jitsu, right? It's, wrestling is also his wrestling is really bad. His wrestling is really bad, and that's what we've been lacking from him. He's not been able to sort of wrestle his way to the top position to be effective with his jiu-jitsu, or he's done to spin and scramble. So yeah, look, whilst it's a bit of both, but really it's at wrestling where that that dominance on the ground is seen first, and jiu-jitsu is where the submission is sort of met as well. So that's when the rubber meets the road there too.
100% right.
What else we got?
Right, last couple. Blockhead says, have to agree with Breezy. Sometimes the quieter guy is the one you have to worry about. I'm taking Chiesa. Steven says, Chiesa has excellent offense grappling, but poor defense grappling. You could be, you're right now. I'll never forget that for Sensei Luke when he finished Chiesa. That our reaction for that is golden.
That was like, wow.
That was one of the best ones, wasn't it?
Can't believe that could happen again. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
striker versus grappler.
That's what I mean. It could just
strike
just a split second of him trying to advance position, leaving a neck or leaving an arm. You just don't know.
He was just trying to get up. Chiesa was trying to get up, and then bam, Luke because sort of wrapped something around him that he didn't think was coming. Very clever.
Breezy, that's the issue though, right? What's the odds Chiesa is defense grappling this fight?
Yeah.
Steven says depends if he reverses position from a takedown or not. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right, let's get them gauges. Striking, we know who that's going to.
Yep, striking's already up. We got that on Holland, then we have grappling on Chiesa.
Yes.
Power, we've gone for Holland on that one just because Chiesa hasn't got a knockout at all. Yep. Speed, I will go Holland again.
As well.
And cardio, though,
I might go Holland on cardio, because I've actually seen Chiesa gas. But I know I've seen Holland gas, but it's just Holland's just active, isn't he? He's just always active.
Yeah, look, he's been there a little bit recently. What do you think Chiesa's been working on? That's something I'll be interested to find out. I'll probably have to
mate, 100%. What has he been working on? Why is he not
doing in this time?
Yeah, exactly, mate.
What have you been doing, bro? What have you been doing? I do wonder. So I have to check that out. Maybe dig into the Instagram archives and find out where he's been seen and been taking pictures.
Yeah, I know he's been doing obviously commentating and stuff.
Yeah. But look, that's that. I mean, guys, do you agree? That's what the question is. Do you think that Kevin Holland should be having, should be forfeiting some of those strikes we've given him to his corner. But look, I feel like it's probably going to be a blue corner win on this one to start the card off. I think Kevin Holland does have the advantages in the striking. I think he's going to be able to catch Chiesa as he tries to close the distance, getting inside. But Chiesa's best bet is to tie up those weapons and get him down to the ground. The big question I was wondering is, can he do it? But look, this is why Kevin went down. Is the weight class as well? Like, he's hoping that he's able to muscle his way in those top positions where if it is muscle off, shake off the takedown attempts. But look, that's that for me. I think that wraps it up. Any other questions? Any other chats there?
Last three, Beastie says, I will say though, I'll never forget Holland's KO of Souza. Yeah, exactly. That was a great KO when Souza was on top of him, hammer fists.
Oh my, yeah,
it was a great finish.
Who Steven can generate that much power from being on their back?
Crazy. Steven says, I'd say that's a fair assessment to obviously the ticks that we had. Beastie says, how could I disagree with such a beautiful ring man? There you go. Who?
Me?
Steven?